Hi guys, I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to come in. I have a very special guest here today, a good friend of mine, Stephanie Young, and she is a ScanNCut guru. And she has some good ideas for us today. So I thought you all might enjoy that instead of just seeing me. So give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear us. Post a comment. Tell us where you're from. You never know. The next person next to you, the person that lives next to you, may be crafting with you. You may find a new friend. So without further ado, hi, Shirley. I'm going to bring in Stephanie. And Miss Pat is joining us. Hey, Stephanie, how are you today?
I've had a fabulous day today, and don't tell everybody, but I've taken over my boss's office because mine was a little bit noisy with the class going on. So it's not decorated beautifully, but it's quiet.
There you go. And I was in there today, and it was absolutely nuts. So y'all are going to have fun with Stephanie today.
Well, I hope that we have a good time because we all know that I love my ScanNCut. I love cutting vinyl with it. I love fabric projects. Of course, I love paper projects, and not everybody's with me on that.
Yeah, I know.
Vinyl projects to show. And these are things that, so for those of you that don't know me, I love stalking the Dollar Tree and finding things at Dollar Tree to kind of glam up a little bit, to add a little bit of my touch. So
wait, one thing.
All
we
right.
have no association with Dollar Tree.
No, not at all. I'm just saying I like finding deals. It could be at any store, Generation, anything. No affiliation at all. So this is a candle that you can buy anywhere. And it's hard to see, but I'm trying to get the light to hit it. There we go. And so
you can see it.
A pumpkin, and it says thankful. And so this is one of the things that when I'm setting the table, I have one of these at everybody's table. And so I kind of use it as my place setting. So this is just an inexpensive candle that I've added some vinyl to. And this is called Gold Luster, is that. So it really has a sheen to it.
That one's beautiful.
That's one of the things that I enjoy. So the next one, I'm going to hold the charger up with it so that you can see the plate. So this is just a glass plate, and I have the same pumpkin, but I did it in a silver tone because this year my theme was gold and silver. So then I have the thankful, and this one I did a little bit different technique, Cindy. Did I put it on the front or the back?
I'm guessing you put that one on the back so that they could eat off the plate.
So that way you would mirror image. Put this on the back of it so that you can see through it. And that way the vinyl's not touching my food. Anytime you post, you will get a lot of people saying, is it food safe? I'm going to put mine on the back. I have my thankful plate. And we have lots to be thankful for. So this is just adhesive. This is adhesive vinyl. You could use removable or permanent because it's not, after the holiday, I'm going to wipe the plate off. I may or may not keep that vinyl on there and then redecorate for the next holiday of Christmas.
So, yeah, I kind of say that those are all temporary, regardless of what it is, simply because you can take it off and put something else on it.
Exactly.
It's always an opportunity for decorating.
I'm not going to commit to anything for a real long time. That I love being able to do those projects and then change them up a little bit. So let's talk about some of the vinyl colors, because to me, the fall time of the year, so these are some of the lusters, and I just love that sheen, and I'm trying to get where you don't have a glow on it.
But we can see it. We can see it on the plate really nice, yeah.
That's just, so this is the turquoise and a bronze.
Ooh, I like the bronze. The turquoise is pretty too, but I like the bronze.
The bronze this is my #1 favorite color. When I do a tile. So tiles I buy, at a home good kind of store. And then I do an initial on them. I put felt on the back. I get twine. I put 4 together. And that's one of like a hostess gift to me. And to me, bronze matches any decor that you have. So it's a very quick, easy way. And what are the little felt things that you buy for the bottom of like furniture when you're moving them? I put those tabs on the back of them, and then they don't scuff anything. So either velvet or felt or those little tabs that you can pick up a pack of 100 of them.
Door stops too.
Yes, because then it's raised just a little bit, and you can set it down. So, a coaster, you can put home sweet home, you can put their favorite, whatever the saying is. I like to do just a split initial with the last name and tie those up. Or a friend of mine is crazy about chickens this year. So hers has different funny chickens on it. So she's got the chickens. Hopefully she's not watching because now she's going to know.
We have a question here.
Okay, what's her question? I can't see my question, so you'll have to read them.
She wants to know, so is the vinyl the same look on both sides if you're having the sticky side to be seen on that side?
Yes, on the ones that I chose, there are a few colors that when you buy it, the back side might be white or silver, but all of the colors that I chose are the same color on front and back. But there's a few vinyls that the back side would be white or silver, so you wouldn't want to use those unless you wanted white or silver. Okay. But most of the colors, this is silver on both sides. Frozen on there. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure if Cindy's froze or I'm froze.
All right, so that one, why is it not hiding? Is it me or you?
I'm not frozen, I don't believe. Somebody give us a chat and let us know.
Difficulties today. Can you all still hear us? Can you see me?
I see you, Cindy. It says that Cindy is frozen.
Yeah, y'all, I am having internet issues today, evidently. It's a wonderful day.
Well, they can hear me, Cindy, and I'm not frozen. So while you're working, I'll be glad to keep on talking.
Okay. So, okay, I'm back. Okay. So I don't know what's going on with the internet in my area today, but evidently today's decided to be an ugly day for us internet wise.
Yeah, I think
so hopefully
winds change.
Am I still frozen?
I can see you fine, Cindy.
Okay, good. Okay, so what else you got over there, Miss Steph?
So let's talk about HTV. HTV is heat transfer vinyl. And so here's some fall colors that are out. And this is a plum, kind of a burgundy that's beautiful. And again, I call this winter turquoise. Instead of having that really light color, it's just, to me, those fall colors coming in. And then, of course, we know I'm a little girly and I like a little glam. So my glitter colors. Show you some of the glitters that I love using in the fall also.
Ooh, I like that green.
So we have our greens. This is copper orange. We have a bronze and this one is tawny. So it's just a really pretty it's like a really light bronze that comes across. So those together look gorgeous on a project. And even just to me, sometimes we make things a little more harder than they need to be. We have words like thankful and blessed and grateful. And this is, just great colors to put on it. Brand of vinyl is Caesar, is the brand of vinyl that I use. It's my go-to vinyl.
And your website, for if they wanted to do that, they can order from midsouthcrafting.com. Is that correct?
Mid-South Crafting Supplies.
Okay, hold on.
Let me fix supplies in there.
Mid-South Crafting Supplies.com.
So then this is called Champagne. Can you see that, Cindy?
I can. That's beautiful.
So this one says Fall in Love, and I've got the leaves on it. and I just put a tea light in it, just one of the little battery operated tea lights. Again, inexpensive. Adds This is one of my favorite things to do for hosting a shower or a gathering, is just to make some of these, put little lights in it, and then people can take those home. I know right now with COVID, we don't get to have the gatherings that we usually do. So even when I shipped some of these off, so that when we do our FaceTime of our gathering, we all have the same thing. So I made these for all of us all across the US. So when we all do our FaceTime together, we all have something together to kind of share.
Another idea for that would be to create it as a stencil instead,
Yep.
and you could actually etch it.
Yes, I love etching. That was just my ScanNCut class, was etching. So we all got to do, we were doing the glass bricks. And
Okay,
then if from canvas, we took a snowman apart and we had the hat and the little scarf to go on top of the glass brick. If I can get somebody to get it, I'll get somebody to get one of those so I can show it to you.
Okay.
So other things that I love to do with my ScanNCut, I like kind of doing creative things. I do t-shirt parties sometimes, and birthday parties are kind of, you run out of things to do as a parent to get somebody to come in to do something. We don't want clowns anymore. So I've been doing t-shirt parties. So I came up with an idea for us today, Cindy, using my t-shirt party, but with a Thanksgiving theme. So I'm going to show them, and then let's you and I talk them through it.
We'll do it.
So this is my favorite little turkeys. Can you see my little turkeys?
We can.
And so this is actually their hands. And I have scanned them into the ScanNCut and then created, this is vinyl that's on here. So then they had a vinyl outline of their hand, and then they could paint and color inside of it. And we added beaks, and we added legs, and we added some paint. We have glammed this up something fierce. So I had Miss Hadley and Bella joining me here at the store, and I used their hands.
Let me show them.
So let's say,
okay, there
they are.
Let me remove them and put them back in. There we go.
There's Miss Hadley and Bella. So they were here helping me.
There comes trouble. You can tell it when there comes trouble.
So they got creative. So, to me, a turkey gets to be whatever color they want it to be.
Yes, I agree.
So I don't know if you remember, because to me, doing arts and crafts, that was one of my favorite things when you would cut it and then you would put the construction paper on it. This is just the new version of that.
Yeah.
So the first thing that I did is I just took her hands, and a Sharpie works best to me to get a good, deep, bold line. And I Sharpied around their hand. I put that on the ScanNCut mat, and I scanned that into the ScanNCut. There's 2 or 3 things you could do, but I'm going to say how I did it. And then Cindy, you can even offer kind of another way. I scanned that to save it to go to Canvas. So I wanted to take that image into Canvas, and then I created an offset, and that's what gave me that little outline of their hand. And then while I was in Canvas, I created the text for my shirt, My Favorite Little Turkeys. And with all of it being HTV, we need to remember to mirror image that. And then we would put our vinyl, our HTV, on our mat and shiny side down, always reverse the image and shiny side down on there. And then I send it to my ScanNCut to have that cut. So Cindy, do you have a hand drawing for me?
I do have a hand drawn.
So
Although
you'll
I
show
have
them
cleaned my
everything.
fingers. I have cleaned my fingers since I did this. So hold
Yes.
on, we'll flip to a different camera. And let's see here. Let's flip a different way. Oh, nope. There, that's what we want.
Okay, so there we have our vinyl on the mat. And at the ScanNCut, we have our hand turkey.
Of course, my machine decided to put itself off. So I have actually got it on my scan mat underneath here. We're going to go to scan. And we can do this. We want to do ScanNCut data because we are going to create a cut file. And I'm going with black and white. And then Stephanie, I'll let you walk them through the rest of this.
Okay. One of the things that everybody needs to notice is how quiet that machine is.
Yes, they do. It is very quiet.
And so now we get to sit here and sing Jeopardy in our head while we're waiting on that.
There we go. So Stephanie chose the first option. This is the outline data, and it just grabs the outside edge.
Correct.
If you don't want to go to the computer, you can choose the second option, which is outside and inside. So that would be shadow as well. But we're going to go with Stephanie's method here and do outside only.
And one of the reasons that I like to show this, Cindy, you know, I want more people to love their Canvas account and to play with it.
Yep. Okay, so I've cropped in, and you see that I've got I've got a tear in my paper, and it's picked it up, and I've got a little dot down there. So I'm going to go to ignore object size and tell it to take out anything that's smaller than that. Actually, I want to make that number bigger. Wrong direction.
It's only because you're doing things backwards on camera. You were perfectly correct, Cindy.
Yeah, I want to go down in number. So anything smaller than that, I want it to go away. I'm going to go ahead and save it, transfer it to my Canvas workspace. You could put it on a USB if you'd like to, but I'm going to transfer it to Canvas workspace. And it tells me I'm good. So now we'll go back over to the computer.
So switch that camera for us.
Yes, ma'am. Hold on. Okay, so now let's do a little different here. We want to share a screen. My entire screen share. And that is where I want to be. Let me get back over here to Canvas Workspace. Well, sorry, Bella, we're taking Bella and Hadley off here. Okay.
Wave to them. They're going to be watching.
There we go. And we're going to go up here to File. And we're going to import from our cutting machine. And since it saved it as cut data, we're going to choose FCM. And there we go. And I still have
a turkey.
So I need to get rid of my got a little bit. Yeah, I put my feet on my turkey.
That's what I call debris. We have a little debris on the mat.
Yes, we do. And I didn't grab, I thought I'd grabbed it all, but I did not. There we go. All right. So there's my turkey.
So Cindy, if you'll keep that selected and you'll go up to your edit.
I shall. That's this little button right here.
That's right. And we're going to scroll all the way down to the button that people don't see a lot of times because it's hidden at the bottom. And we want to select an offset. And this right here depends on how thick do you want that border. So if you want it a thin border or a little thicker, this is where you can make your adjustments at. And I kept mine at default and I use it rounded corners and said, okay.
And you want to make sure you leave the original line there. Otherwise it takes it away.
Correct. And now you can see this is where I have the border created. And when I pressed that on, it was just that outside border. And I'll show my shirt again real quick so you can see what we're creating. And we're creating, of course, I had a turkey picked out for me out of aqua. So that is my aqua border right there.
Okay.
You weed it, this part is going to come out. And I'll have the outline.
All right, so I am going to add a weeding box here on Canvas Workspace since we're here. That came with either the new vinyl upgrade kit, or they can, if they got the roll feeder, you get the weeding box here on Canvas Workspace. If not, you can throw a square in there. We're just going to top in optimize weeding lines. There we go. And we want to mirror this bad boy, correct?
We do. So if you'll scroll back up, we are going to go just like on our embroidery machines, that flip. There we go. And then we're going to go over to our text box and add our text. I like using text from Canvas because then I can have my own fonts imported also. Even though I love that we keep getting new fonts, every time I log in, it feels like I see a new font popping up. And then I have my favorite little turkeys. And you notice that I put my vinyl down at the bottom of my shirt instead of in the middle of my shirt, because I kind of like wearing them with leggings and having the words at the bottom and not going off every shirt having something going across.
So now you can pick your font style, just clicking on the text drop-down menu. Let's see if it's, there we go. And all of your true type fonts are available, as well as the ones that are built into the software itself. And you can pick whatever you want.
That one looks good.
Belmonte. Let's see here. Come on. Computer theme today.
So the beginning of your fonts, if you've never noticed, those are the built-in fonts. If you keep scrolling down, those will be your true type fonts from your computer.
And I'm going to center those two there. So once again, we do want to mirror this because it's heat transfer vinyl. So we're going to flip it.
And Cindy, don't forget to tell them that if we forget to do it here, we still have one more chance in our machine to flip it.
That is for sure. And also, I'm not going to cut out the words. I'm just going to do the turkeys. You could do all 3 turkeys here at one time, or however many kids you've got, or you could just have one big giant turkey for the children themselves to have their own shirt, whatever you want to do. And then you can send it back to the machine.
Drum roll.
So we're going to send that over the internet since mine is connected wirelessly. And we're going to touch OK. And now I guess I'm going back to the machine. So let's stop sharing here. Any questions, guys? We good?
Carrie said that was a good idea, and she liked the words at the bottom. Marianne says howdy. Somebody said the girls were adorable, which we know they are.
They definitely are. We know that for sure. Okay, so we're going to go back over to the ScanNCut.
And we're going to clear that image out there.
I'm going to press my home button and say okay. And let's unload our mat. So now we are ready for our heat transfer vinyl. And let's see here if I can show you. You'll notice I have my sunny side down on my mat. I'm on my standard mat. And if we flip to the other camera, I have my vinyl blade in.
The vinyl blade is my favorite blade ever.
It is sweet. I don't know if y'all can see it, but looky here.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
That is one of the everyday designs that's in the vinyl kit. All right, so we are going to retrieve data, and we're going to go from Canvas Workspace, which is the computer. There's our turkey. And it's got our weeding square around it. And since my vinyl takes up the whole sheet, I don't need to worry about where it is. I can take that and move it up. It's going to be perfect for me. We're going to touch OK. We got to tell it what we want to do. What do we want to do, Steph?
We want to cut.
We're going to cut. Big thing here. You want to make sure your half cut is on. If it is not, go into your settings and change to half cut on. Evidently, I was cutting heat transfer vinyl. Oops, hold on. Let's flip that.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's try that again. So you want to make sure your half cut is on. Can you all see that?
Yeah, perfect there, Cindy.
Do what?
That's perfect.
We're going to touch settings. Go to page 2 and turn your half cut on if it is off and touch OK. Everybody's pressure is going to be different. So you're going to want to do a test cut.
Always do a test cut, everybody.
Always. I'm going to take mine and move it up inside my little square so I don't waste any vinyl. You know, I'm a vinyl hoarder. I don't know about the rest of you all, but I am. We'll touch OK, and then we will tell it to start.
I'm not a vinyl hoarder, but I always want my test cut to be further down so I don't have to unload my mat to see where it is.
Yeah, I'm not going to have to unload my mat because it is going to be far enough down.
It's the only thing for me. I want it far enough down. I don't have to unload to test it. And they're asking what ScanNCut you're using. So Cindy's using the ScanNCut 230. So
Yep.
That is the model that she's using. She is using the new vinyl blade. And we had a question. Could you have selected all of the text and choose one font at a time? You could.
Yes. All right, so my text is good.
So you're good to go.
So we're ready to rock and roll.
And what lever are you on, Cindy? Somebody was asking. You probably are on 2.
What am I on?
When you load it on the side where it says lever 1 or lever 2.
It's probably on 2.
That's what I said, but that was a question, so that's on lever 2. I'm trying to scroll through to look at some of the comments.
Well, hold on. I'll tell you exactly. Let me walk around a few cameras here so I don't go right in the middle of it again.
And Heidi is asking.
Actually, I'm on 1 because I was scanning.
Okay. So Heidi Lewis, which is a customer, so hey, Heidi, was wanting to know, does your vinyl ever go bad? It can go bad, but typically that's if you've had climate change. Like if you put it in your attic and then you had it down cold, because our attics tend to get really hot or really cold, those type of temperature changes will really make a difference. And so those are things that if you keep it just, normal temperature, your vinyl's not going to go bad for a long while. And he was asked, when do you want to use your half cut? That's an excellent question, Heidi. So with vinyl, either HTV or adhesive, half cut means we're only halfway cutting through, because we only want to cut the top. We don't want to cut the backing of it. So I'm trying to peel this while I'm talking to you. So here, so we have our vinyl and our paper. So we only want to cut the vinyl, not the paper. That would be a half cut. If you're cutting a piece of paper, if you're cutting fabric, you want it to cut all the way through it. That's when half cut would be off.
So basically you don't want to cut through your carrier. You want to cut through the glue and the vinyl, but not the carrier sheet. And I don't see any scissors around here for me, so we're just going to weed this on while it's still in full form here.
Okay, so we have a question, Cindy. I seem to have issues with my test cut being good, but then somewhere through the cutting, it starts cutting all the way through. Any ideas? I have 2, and Cindy, you might have an idea. Excuse me. I'm going to get a drink.
Well, mine is being ornery today as well, so.
Lots
My
of
daughter
times
does the same.
it's how we have our, Kathy, it's how we have the vinyl on the mat. So if you have an air bubble, when it comes to check, it's going to feel that air bubble. But then when it goes to do your test cut, there might not be one. So sometimes making sure that our mats are clean and doesn't have any debris will make a difference. And not always putting your test cut in the same spot, and not putting your vinyl always, I don't have a mat in here, but don't always put it in the top right-hand corner. We have a whole mat. Use that whole mat so that it wears evenly. So I hope that helped your question.
And sometimes your blade may be getting dull, which is what I think I'm happening right now, because my test cut popped out just clean as can be.
And sometimes it may be that you have debris in your blade. So twist the top off and check and clean it. Especially, Cindy, since you were doing that intricate cut earlier, a little piece of that might be up in your blade, and it went to roll and it's stuck on top of it.
All right, so I've got my outside, and then we want to pull our inside out. So here we go, we're good. And this is a sticky carrier sheet today, I will have to say.
We don't want it going anywhere.
No, it's not going anywhere today. It does not let go of the carrier sheet. There we go.
One of the questions that Lois is still waiting for her new vinyl blade kit. Is there a setup that needs to be done to get the weeding box, or does the machine know when I'm using the new vinyl? So that would be an activation, correct, Cindy?
Yes, that is an activation. And mine's not liking this one little corner here, so I will have to cheat. Sorry. You know, live, you got to love it.
Hey, Cindy, how many did I do off camera? They'll be perfect. The moment I'm on camera, typically I will knock something off of my table. The last time it was a bottle of glitter that wasn't on well, and all the glitter went into the floor. So for those of you that spill glitter in your floor, here's a helpful hint. Get some pantyhose and put it over your vacuum cleaner hose and suck it up, and then put it over a bowl and turn it off, and it'll drop yours right there in the bowl. Because when you spend $10 for a jar of glitter, you're going to find a way to save it. So my pantyhose on the vacuum cleaner trick worked.
Oh, yes. So I don't know why that happened, but I'm cheating here. I'm going to go right along the score line. I have a feeling I had an air bubble in that spot. We talked about that before we went on live.
Huh, I didn't notice that air bubble.
Yeah. There we go. I'll play with it later and fix it a little bit, but there you go. So I would chop that off with a pair of scissors, and they would be ready to color.
And you can use either washable colors and let them color it and then wash it, and then they can do it again. So there's several. So I do a cupcake for birthday parties. I have a cute Christmas tree one that I do for coloring in. And you could also do that on placemats and put that down. And that way that would give them something to color while you're waiting on food to arrive at the table. And like I said, you could use washable markers and they wash away, or you can use permanent markers and then you'll have it forever.
Yeah, so if you have updated your machine to the most current version on one of the DX series, you will actually have a weeding box on your machine that you can turn on instead of if you don't do it on Canvas Workspace. So you do have a second option of adding a weeding box. One thing I will tell you is you want to make sure that your design is not right on the edge of the mat if you're planning on adding in a weeding box, because it will actually tell you can't do it because you're too close to the edge of your mat.
I like the way it tries to save us.
Yes, it does.
Hi, Miss Rain. Rain just popped in and says, hi, Stephanie. Hi, Cindy.
Hey, Rain, how are you? So now, if I wanted to go back in and make sure this was going to cut well the next time, I would probably increase my pressure just a hair. So I had it at 2, I just popped it up to 3, and that should be perfect. Because I was 1, basically, it was just a little bit off. The other thing I would do is check my blade to see if I have anything in here, but it does not look like there's anything in here. However, my tip looks like it's getting a little dull. I have been using the heck out of that thing since about May. So,
Cindy, do you label your blades?
I do not.
So, you know, I'm a cardstock person and not everybody in the world is. So I take a blade and I designate it as my cardstock blade. And I keep mine in a little medicine box, you know, like a pill bottle, and it's labeled cardstock. And then I cut a lot of this glitter HTV. So I have a blade designated just for glitter. Does everybody need to have that? No. But if you go back and forth, to me, it saves a ton having a designated blade because it lasts so much longer than going back and forth.
When I had my 650 and 550, I definitely did. I had a blade and a blade cartridge for everything that I was going to cut. Since I don't cut as much paper and the vinyl, I would love to have a second one. I just haven't gotten one.
I know where you can get one.
Yeah, I know where I can get one too. No, Diane, the vinyl auto blade does not work with the 650W. Heidi, there are some Disney designs that you can purchase through Canvas Workspace. Actually, you would get that from your dealer. Not everything available on the 230DX is available to purchase, but there are plenty of different Disney designs out there if you don't have a Disney one.
And
let's see here.
Those are little activation cards, and you've probably seen them. It looks like a little credit card with a picture on it to unlock those cards.
Well, I can show them something right here.
So Cheryl says, how long does a cardstock blade last? That's kind of a tricky question because it depends on how much you're using it. I actually wipe my blade off after using it with an alcohol wipe to kind of keep my blade as clean and crisp as possible. But so, I've got one in my machine for a year. So Cindy, let me show you this.
Ooh, that one's pretty.
So this is my happy fall, y'all, because you know I'm Southern as can be. So this is a shadow box, and I'm going to see if I can see the leaves in it?
Yes.
These are leaves that you can just buy. They're, you know, you buy them by the bag. So you'll notice some of them are gold and silver. I laid some of them out and hit it with gold or silver spray paint. Because remember, I said my theme was gold and silver for the table. So I love shadow boxes. For those that come into the store, they will always see I do different ones for different holidays. So this one had candy corn in it for October. And so now it has happy fall, y'all. Again, the vinyl is on the inside of this one. So when we get to December, it'll have candy canes in it, and I'll change my words. For January, I have little snowflakes, and I put the snowflakes, and I put something snow. For February, you get the drill. So shadow boxes to me are one of the easiest, quickest decor changers because and let the kids decide what you're putting inside of it. It's just a shadow box and it holds quite a bit. So this is a design that you can use the same over and over just by taking the vinyl off, putting new vinyl on, using our ScanNCuts. And even sometimes you might not want words. You could just put a big snowflake on it. I have one at home that says Jingle Bells and it's filled with colorful bells in it. And I shake it to annoy people.
Yeah, that one would annoy me. What is the new vinyl blade kit? It works with the DX model. So a 225DX, a 230DX, the new 230D DX comes with it. and the new 225F can actually have the auto vinyl blade kit. What it does is it's for intricate vinyl cutting, and it also includes some different designs. So depending on whether you get the Disney auto vinyl blade kit or the vinyl auto blade kit, depends on which designs you get. With Disney, you get them all. With the regular auto vinyl blade kit, you don't get Disney. So there we go. I can actually show some of those. Hold on, share screen, go back over, and we can look at my Canvas workspace and see what designs we have. So if I touch that little button, these are my vinyl auto blade designs. Let me get rid of our turkey. So these are some of the different intricate auto vinyl blade designs.
I love that feather, and it looks beautiful in Video Flex Gold.
Yeah, this one is gorgeous. This was where I pulled that. No, that's not the one I pulled, but it's pretty too. This is where I pulled that star from.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, this one's beautiful. And it also upgrades to where if you wanted to make something larger than your largest mat, you can make your own custom size. You can make it whatever size you want it to be. Let's pull this in, and let's say we want to make it monster size. So let's roll our height up until it's the size we want it to be. That's about 35 inches. We just shrink the width down. And then when you go up to your premium function, you go to premium and you choose tiling, and you tell it what mat you want it to cut on. So it defaults to the 12 by 12 mat, but you can pick a 12 by 24 if you'd like to, or if you are using adhesive vinyl, you can use the roll feeder. And you can change where you want it. You can add overlap in case you want to make sure you don't mess anything up. And you can add your weeding box in here as well to save your vinyl. And when you export it, it sends them all out.
To me, it looks so pretty on a window or a front door.
Yeah, there's some really nice ones in here. So that one's Happy Halloween. But this is the everyday vinyl collection for the auto blade kit. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. And so part of the auto vinyl blade kit is the tiling function. So let's see here. So Heidi, that's not an upgrade. You can get the Disney designs by purchasing some Disney designs from your dealer. You can see what those Disney designs are from Canvas Workspace as well. So let me come up here to my library, and then I would touch Pattern Collections and Disney. And that will automatically take me to the web browser for Disney, which I'm going to have to pop down on the other screen for y'all to see it. Okay, give it a, oh, fiddle-dee-dee. It's going to make me log in today. Y'all going to get to learn my login.
I had to log in today earlier too.
So let's see here. Yeah, I haven't been on Canvas Workspace this week.
Well, Connie, I hope she says.
Okay, so let's see here. The playbook's on our list, yeah.
So
okay, so here are your Disney designs. And if you want to see what's in a collection, you can touch Show All, and it will show you what's in that collection. So this is the Disney Auto Vinyl Blade Kit. All right, let's see here.
It's thinking.
Yeah, it's got to think for a minute. We're taxing its brain. Cindy, you can come back and watch it later. It will be posted. Okay, let's see here what else we got while we're waiting on that to talk to us. Chris, I don't know what to tell you. You do have to have a dealer around you. Actually the Disney, the ScanNCuts are sold. Dealers have the option of selling those online right now. I don't know how that works. Don't ask
And
me.
dealers also can sell the playbook. So you might check with your local dealer to see about it. Someone had asked, how much is the playbook? Is that map pricing? Because I know what we sell, but I didn't know.
It's map pricing, yes.
Okay.
So these are the Disney Auto vinyl blade designs. I love these. They are absolutely gorgeous. They are so stinking cute. I made boxes out of this one and this one.
Oh, guess what I'm going to be doing tomorrow? Tonight I have a Zoom class, and some of the ladies in the group are going to be joining me this evening for that. So I'm going to have to play with some of those designs. I've on my list, but now that you just showed them again, oh, I can't wait to play.
All right, I'm going to let you talk for a minute, and I'm going to take me off, and I'll go get them.
Okay. So, questions, anybody? So, especially if you have a vinyl question, anything HTV that I can answer for you. If you have a question on technique, I'm here to kind of help and do whatever I can do. I have been at this dealership for 5 years, and I love vinyl, but I love embroidery. So, I mean, I'm kind of a well-rounded crafter. It kind of sucks you in once you start one thing, and that makes you want something else. Did you find those, Cindy?
I must be frozen.
I can hear your voice, but you're not.
Am I frozen? Y'all let. So this is one of the little auto vinyl. Am I frozen?
No, I can see it, Cindy. Oh, yes, I love that one.
So there's teeny tiny details on. Your ScanNCut 230 will go around your design and go back and cut it. You can or cannot.
You're freezing.
This is another one of those. Now, I did make these bigger just because. Still frozen?
Yes.
And then there's another one. I love giving bags. So I am freezing totally, and I don't know what's going on in my internet.
Lois was asking.
I never have this problem.
If the vinyl I was using.
So you like giving candles. I like giving bags. So I keep bags in my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that. She's frozen again, guys.
So while we wait on Cindy to get back, kind of one of the questions I think Lois asked about the backing that I'm using. I find that different brands of vinyl has a different type of backing, and your mat might be too sticky, which I know people don't believe that, and it sticks too much to it. So if you're using a brand new mat, I like to roll a t-shirt, roll something over the mat to kind of get it not as sticky so that that paper backing doesn't stick when you pull it up. So that's a good thing to, I kind of have mats in progress. The mat that's kind of losing its sticky becomes this, the one that's, so I kind of have them in progress. If I'm using fabric, I want my fabric mat that's ultimately sticky. And if I'm using like typing paper, I really want it to have very, very little stick so that when I cut and pull, that my cardstock doesn't stick to that mat.
So Cheryl, your 230, yes, sometimes it will go around. What your machine does is it detects the thickness of the material, and then it decides how many times it needs to cut around something. So that is perfectly normal.
Especially like that's a heavier material.
Yeah. Definitely thicker materials like cork. Sometimes it will totally go around it 2 or 3 times. She wants to put some orange peel on vinyl itself, Tanya.
I would not put permanent vinyl on my wall. I would only use removable vinyl and make sure on the label that it says removable, because I've made the mistake of permanent. You know, when you have the always kiss me goodnight over their beds, well, then if you don't want them to kiss you anymore and you pull that off your wall, you know, a lovely scar of always kiss me goodnight. Because a friend of mine, we had done her wall, and when she wanted to change it, we pulled paint off and it went down to the sheetrock. So make sure to use removable vinyl. And a great trick for you, if you have the perfect color that you want to use it and it's only impermanent, you could do an offset, use your 631 as your base, layer that permanent vinyl on top of it, because your removable is going to be what's sticking on the wall. So even if it's not the color that you want, you can use 651 or a permanent vinyl, PSV, StyleTech on top of that vinyl, removable vinyl.
And the Brother vinyl is craft vinyl, so it is not permanent.
Yep.
My end today. Evidently, I've decided I don't want to host a show.
Maybe it's me, Cindy. You never have problems.
I never have problems. I have done, I don't know how many of these since March, and have not had the first issue with my internet. So I have no idea what's going on today. I don't know if Comcast is having fun. No affiliation to Comcast. They're killing me today. I've never seen this happen this bad. I'm trying to think see if there's any other questions. While I'm not frozen, did you all get to see the boxes?
We couldn't see your last one, the diamond. We didn't see that one.
There you go.
Oh, that's stunning.
I mean, inexpensive. Yeah, this one is resized. I've made it huge. It's just a little 12-inch folding box. So those are actually really fun to do. And I don't know if you saw this one or not. You're the candle person. I'm the bag person. So I always have bags for people.
Well, the other one is very chic. I like that gold and black. So I like
the gold and black very much. So, okay, guys. I have like I said, I don't know what happens. One other thing I was thinking about the turkey though.
Yes.
You could actually take that turkey to your Dream Machine, your Luminaire, or your Stellaire, and take that through my design center and create your embroidery design if you wanted to do that directly on the machine itself.
I wish I would have done that beforehand. That would have been great. While I was creating that, I had a customer ask me, could I do that?
Yeah, it would have been a good one, but I didn't think of that in time either. But
well, I had a customer here while I was with the girls, and she asked me, could I do that embroidery? And I said, yes, I could. That I just needed my design center. So I did think about it. I just didn't think to actually do it. I just thought about it. And Mary said this was her first time, so welcome, Mary. And Cheryl was asking that she used 110-pound paper. Yes, that's really thick paper, so doing 2 passes is very, very normal on that weight of paper, because typically 60 to 80 pound is, so that 110 is thick and fibrous more than likely.
Yeah. Yes. And so the person that asked about how long does your blade dependent on what you cut. The more fibrous something is, the more abrasion that it causes, it's going to dull it faster. Lois, one sheet. So it all fit on one sheet.
12 by 12, didn't you, Cindy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just resized it to make it 12 by 12.
Hey, Cindy, I'm stealing that idea. Just saying it right now. Stealing that idea.
Well, that's okay. I stole it from Brother.
Cindy and I will often bounce ideas off of each other. And what starts out as this kind of a project turns into this kind of a project because we get going on it. So it's wonderful to have that.
I'm pretty sure that's how the turkey.
Yep, that's
the turkey came about that way today.
You know,
so
with the world being is the way it is right now, to me, I feel like we're so blessed that we've got a new way to talk to our, people and talk to people in our groups by doing all these types of videos. So I've enjoyed doing YouTubes and doing Zooms and doing these classes because I get to meet people that I never would have met before. Pat Latham says, great job, ladies. Thank you, Pat. And Karen says, you have a good idea when somebody steals it. And Cindy and I steal each other's ideas all the time and build upon them. And Joy says, good rule of thumb is blades just like sewing.
Yes, we do. That is, although we do say, hey, can I steal that one from you today?
Yeah.
All right, guys, remember, I have a giveaway. Yeah.
A giveaway.
I have a giveaway on. So you all need to remember to comment #NeedBES4, just like it's scrolling across the bottom here, so that you don't have it. Pat Latham has graciously done.
Oh,
no. Just remember #NeedBES4. Hope.
What did Pat
I don't know what today. I apologize.
I feel like I'm in suspense here.
There we go.
So Cindy, what was donated by Pat? We didn't get to hear.
A copy of BES4. So I have one last copy of it. I'm giving it away in December. December 16th is the date. And Stephanie, I'm pretty sure they would like for you to come back sometime. Make sure it's exactly typed in like it's scrolling across the bottom here, guys. Otherwise, the random generator will not pick up your name, okay? If you put in spaces or anything wrong, it doesn't pick that up because it only picks up one combination. So make sure it's exactly like it is.
I see people typing it out.
So sweet. And if you need a copy of a ScanNCut playbook, go see your local dealer. Those are dealer proprietarial at this point. I do not sell them. Your local brother dealers sell them. Yes, Brenda, the video will go live on my Facebook page immediately following this broadcast. So hopefully it will work.
And then if possible, I'll share it over to mine.
Yes, she'll be able to share it to hers as well. I'll blame on your snow, not my internet. I truly don't know what's going on today because this has never happened.
So,
and I'm not saying anything that's not true.
We're in Tennessee. We have all 4 seasons in one day. This morning, you can
that is true.
On your windshield when you go to start your car. Then it's hot. We've got to take off some parts of clothing. Then it's, fall weather, and then we're back to spring. So we hit them all in one day.
Yeah, you just never know. Okay, guys, I think that is it for the day, unless anybody has any other questions. See another comment? Nope.
Happy fall, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Y'all have a great rest of the week. Enjoy your family or your whoever your special one is. It's just me and my husband this year. We're not going anywhere doing anything. So you all have a great one, and we shall see you another day.
See ya.
Bye-bye.